Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Damron. We're playing Sniper Elite 5. We are on Mission 6, Liberation. Well, I mean, I guess we're in France, so it's Liberation. I'm probably butchering that. But we are on Mission 6 of our full guide playthrough, grabbing all of the collectibles, all of the classified documents, personal letters, workbenches, deadeye targets, or stone eagles, and all the hidden items. So we're on Mission 6. Let's get right into it. The first thing that we're going to get is our next personal letter, which is just north of where we start. So you can see I'm north of the main road here where these three buildings are, and this personal letter is actually on a German soldier. So I've mentioned in some of the previous guides, some of the items are located on soldiers, and you can identify this with your binoculars. So you can tag the enemy. You see on the top right, it says he has a personal letter, and also Carl will usually say he has something I want or something like that. So you can either do two things. You can kill them and then you can search their body, or if you unlock the melee perk that allows you to collect whatever they have on them when you take them down with a melee takedown, you can do it that way as well. But nonetheless, the first one's right here on this guy, so search the body, and that's our first personal letter and first collectible of this mission. In this same location, so again, we're in the same area that we collected the personal letter, we'll be able to shoot our first stone eagle. You could actually shoot this from the very start of the level, actually, but from right here, it's kind of an easy shot. Just kind of look north by northeast a little bit. You'll see it at the top of this windmill. So as always with these stone eagles, just shoot them, and it will collect upon you blowing it away. All right, so from that, now we're just going to cross over the road to the west side of the road. So you can see on the west side, same level in the south, right? There's three more buildings on the kind of left side of the road. So we're going to head over there, and we're going to go to the larger building here and go up the stairs into the second floor of this building. Don't run into the wall like I did, but actually go up into the stairs into the second floor of the building. And when you come in here, hang a right and go to this back bedroom where you're going to find your next collectible sitting on this dresser here. From that location, now we're going to head into our first kind of main mission area where you have to neutralize the German defenses. So you can see I've kind of crossed over the river over here to get on the east side of this large area of the main objective where this kind of large courtyard is. So you just go where I was on the map, and it's pretty easy to find, right? You're looking for this large building that has this kind of wooden scaffolding on the outside. Go ahead and head into that building. We're going to go up the stairs. We're actually going to go up 2 levels, and then you'll be able to walk through a hole in the wall and get onto that wooden scaffolding. Take that across to a hole in the roof, which will lead you to kind of like a secret armory, and down here is going to be our next workbench. From this workbench, we're going to head through a hole in the wall. You're going to have to move kind of a cabinet out of the way, but go through the hole in the wall and back into the courtyard that we were just in. And now we're going to kind of progress through this large stone archway and look in the south direction down this road. So this is the bridge that, you know, you could cross this way if you wanted to, but there's a large tank there that makes it kind of difficult. That's why I kind of crossed over the river. But nonetheless, you can see where I'm at on the map. This next collectible is right next to a portion of the main mission. So again, you're going to have to go in here, but this is what the building looks like. You're going to have to go in here as part of the main mission to disable the radio. So go ahead and head into the second level. You can see there's the radio you have to disable. Across from that on a desk is our next collectible. All right, so progressing on, we're just going to continue along the main road here on the east side and go north until you see these 2 buildings on the eastern side off the main road here. So one kind of shaped like an upside down L, and then you have a building below it. So it's this red brick building that's kind of busted up on one side. In the courtyard of these 2 buildings is our next collectible sitting on a wooden crate here.
Sounds like the Nazis have the bridge rigged to blow.
From that wooden crate, if you just kind of look east or just look left of you, you'll see a large kind of smoke and fire coming from the field. That's just kind of northeast of the building that we were just at. So head into that. You're going to see it's actually a burned down glider. So head into there, and you're going to see a couple of German soldiers, one of which is going to be having the hidden item on his person. So again, you can identify these with your binoculars, just tagging the enemies. So you can see it's actually going to be this guy that I look at right here. In the top right, you can see he says he has a hidden item. So it's always good to kind of scan these people, though, as I mentioned, because even if you happen to get caught in a firefight and the enemies start scattering around, as long as you have scanned them prior to enemies kind of moving around, then the icon will still be on the map. So you can see it has a little letter icon above his body, so I know this is the guy that had the hidden item. So go ahead and collect that, and let's get moving on to our next item. So we're going to head all the way to the west side now. So we're going all the way west across the way to actually where you have to kill a target. This is kind of a side objective to kill an enemy. This is where our next collectible is going to be. And again, this is also going to be one that is found on a soldier. So these two soldiers are actually going to be standing in the courtyard. You can see this one right here has a personal letter on him. So again, one thing that also want to mention about all these collectibles that are on soldiers are that I'm showing you where they are when no one's alerted. If you were to alert enemies, then these guys kind of scatter around and you may lose location of where they are. So I do highly recommend when you're going for the collectible guide, just make sure you're kind of being a little stealthy so that they are where I show you they are in your playthrough. So from that building where we kill our target, we're going to head north by northeast a little bit to these two buildings. You can see up here, again, one's like an upside down L, and this is right west of one of our artillery side objectives. So head up there and you can see the, L-shaped buildings, what we're going to go into. Just head into that building, and immediately when you walk in, turn right, and there's going to be a ladder that you can take to get up into the attic. Once you get up here, our next personal letter is going to be sitting right here on the floor for you. From those two buildings, now we're going to head east all the way to the eastern side of the map. There's kind of a town that's been turned into a military compound up here right on the east side of the map. So you can see I'm on the main road, kind of on the northern section of that kind of compound. And if you're on the northern section going into it, again, you're going to pass this kind of checkpoint type gate here. And the first building on your left, this green building, is going to have a lot of broken beds in it. As soon as you walk in the door, right to the left on a little crate is our next personal letter. From that compound, we're just going to continue west along the main road. We're actually going to go to this building that should be kind of illuminated with a resistance cache icon. It's going to have a large water mill kind of attached to this building, so it's a very recognizable building. You should be able to find it, no problem. Go into this building. There's going to be a hole on the ground covered by some 2x4s, so go ahead and remove those wooden planks, drop down into the basement, and when you fall down into here, just proceed into the next room. We'll find our next hidden item sitting right here on this table. Also in this room is our next workbench, which is right behind the table where we got that collectible. So go ahead and interact with that. And that'll be our 17th of 24 workbenches. We are getting there. We are making good progress. So from that building, we're going to continue west along the main road. Now we're going into this large town. You're going to have a, optional objective in here to kill a bunch of snipers. But the very first building on the right as you're entering this town is the building that we want to go into. So it's right here. It's a little bit busted up on the second story. I guess it's taking a tank shell or something. But we're going to go ahead and go into that building. We're going to proceed up to the second floor, up these stairs here, kind of go around the stairwell rails here, and there's going to be a locked door. If you have some bolt cutters, you can bust this to get in a little bit quicker, but you can pick the lock, so it doesn't really matter if you don't have them. But once you get through the door, whichever way you did, immediately on your right is going to be our next collectible sitting on a dresser. All right, staying in that town, we're going to continue to the western side of the town where the largest building is. So you can see it right here. This is the largest building kind of on the west side of the town. It's going to have our next stone eagle kind of in the broken, roof area of the building. So just go ahead and look up there. It should be easy to spot and take that out. All right, so once we've taken out that dead-eye target, we're going to head kind of east by northeast of that town to this large trench area and kind of the central portion of the map. There's a side objective here to rescue a radio operator, which will ultimately lead you to access this bunker. So this is kind of a good kind of point of reference, okay? So from that bunker, we're going to go left along the trench path. Just kind of follow this path along until you get to this first small pillbox and go in there, and you're going to find your next collectible sitting on a crate here. From that collectible, we're going to kind of stay in this trench system. Now we're going to kind of go to the other side. So just make your way back kind of the way you came. In fact, there's the bunker door. Now we're going to head right along the trench path, and we're going to just follow this along where it kind of goes left and right. We're going to hang a left, and then we're going to take our first right, where you're going to see like an artillery gun here. Right next to that artillery gun on a, kind of ammo crate, I guess, is our next personal letter. So after you've collected everything in that kind of trench system, we're going to kind of exit through this north path back all the way up to the main road, so you can see where I am right there on the map. And if you kind of look northeast from that, you can see our stone eagle is kind of northeast of where I've come out of the trench system and the main road. So I've come out of the trench system right here along this path. I'm on the main road, and now I can look just northeast of me, and right here is a good angle to get a shot on this stone eagle that's kind of, sitting in that window there. All right, so once we've taken that stone eagle out, now we're just gonna head east along that main road. You can see we're kind of south of the bridge. That's our main objective. So kind of east where I'm at, this kind of, again, L-shaped building is the building that we're interested in. And if you go to the east side of that building, you'll find some vines that you can climb up in order to get into the second level of the building. So go ahead and climb up those vines, you know, vault through the window. And as soon as you go through the window, the workbench is gonna be right there in front of you. So once you've collected that workbench, you're gonna have to kind of blow up the bridge. You're gonna have a little fight here. You're gonna have to take out a tank, but we've crossed the bridge, and the first building on your right on the opposite side of the bridge is where our last collectible is on this mission. So go ahead and head into that building, go up to the second floor, and we're gonna go around the stairwell, you know, railway there, and go into this back room. As soon as you get into the back room, immediately on your right on a dresser is our final collectible and our final hidden item of this particular mission. So that's gonna wrap it up for mission 6. I hope you guys are finding this helpful. I've really been enjoying this game. I hope you are too. And hopefully I'll see you in mission 7.